Well, thank you for letting me tune in. Well, it's Coronado Harrison of the Global Marketing George stakeholder. About 10-year, 15-year, 30-year corporate profit. And yes, lady. Yes, I found another way to get artists like myself things that they need. EMG and CMG. No, it's not just AMG. Now they got CMG and EMG. Ooh, I love that CMG. They love when I put that one in the bank. CMG, baby. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I have some clients that wanted me to address that. Who does that woman think she is? Who she think she is, lady? Just because she got a nice turd cut on her, that she can have that type of attitude. And she just got a bad attitude with everybody, lady. Because she feel like if she get up and she put on them yoga paints, that people are automatically gonna be attracted to that turd cutter. You know what I'm saying? What about her personality? How about her education? Does she have license and registration? Does she have influenza? You know what I'm saying? Has she had the measles and rubella? You know what I'm saying? That's what people want to know for real. You got that turd cut out in the broad. I'm talking about, ooh, that thing look like Irish Spring right out the shower, don't they? That thing look like they just Vidal Sassoon right out the salon, baby. Right out the shower, right on the streets, trying to tell you, like. A lot of people say they want to know who does that woman think she is, like. And she got an attitude. She has the attitude with the man she just left, you know what I'm saying? And I came to find out that he's tired of the turd cutter, like. You know, they say that it looked good to people that haven't seen it. But he said, man, you don't know the rest of that woman, you know. You just looking at that turd cutter, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that bottle opener, that's the only thing you see is that bottle opener. You know what I'm saying? But when you put it on your keychain, you're gonna find out that you're not gonna be using it that much. After this, you're gonna use it a couple of times and you ain't gonna be using it no more. Some kind of way, some kind of how, you're gonna be drinking out the can. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as soon as you got it, you put that chain, that ring on that thing. Now you don't buy nothing but canned beer, lady. All your beers in the can. Ain't that something? That thing on your key ring, you don't even use it no more. Ooh, you spent plenty of money on that ring too. You spent plenty of money on that key ring and that turd cutter and that ball opener. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you know, the only blessing that you can have a real blessing though, if she does not have an attitude with you. Through the years, through the days, you know what I'm saying? Through the next couple hours, that she doesn't have an attitude with you. Hopefully that fragrance will last till you get to the motel, you know, wherever you go. Because sometimes that fragrance wear off, don't it, ladies? When she first get in that car, ooh, baby, that thing be fragrant. Then you say the right thing, then that natural pheromone, baby. Like, whoa, now trying to tell you. Man, that thing smell like a, that thing goddamn played a couple, that thing done read a couple of traps. That thing done pushed that ball down that thing a couple of times. That thing done played a couple of quarters in just a couple of minutes, you know? And sometimes that does happen later. And they not exercising, it's the things that you saying to them. You comfortable, but they ain't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people you comfortable around them, but they not comfortable around you. That's why you going on a date. A date is usually somebody you going somewhere you're not comfortable with them. You know what I'm saying? It's not the way things go nowadays. It used to be normal. But if you go pick somebody up, they got all that stuff on they usually don't put on. They done actually gotten prepared to go somewhere with you. A complete stranger. I'm talking about they done put on the outfit they ain't never put on before. They done put on some perfume stuff they don't never, jewelry they don't never wear this stuff. And they start sweating in different places. Because they don't really want to hug you or touch you because they don't know you. Baby. Hey, man. I think that used to be just the way it was. It used to be mandatory, like. You had to go on first you had to go on a date. Now you don't have to. Now you just tell them. Now they just pull up to you and tell you to get in. That's how they do it now. They pull up to you, they tell you to get in and let's go. That's how it goes now, like. And that is a lot risque. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, back to the subject. You know, Auburn, they're not on the roll. They're not on the roll anymore. You know, and we have to pray for Auburn before Halloween gets here. Let's pray. Everybody bow your heads for Auburn. Please don't let me take advantage of my neighbor because they're losing like nobody business. And now most of my friends say they don't like ice cream anymore. Let's pray for most of my friends that say they don't like ice cream no more. They say it just don't taste good no more. They say it don't taste good. And please, let's pray for Steve Harvey that he just don't go too far with this. Maybe his group is going to be the only group with that number, please. Because he was really pushing it today on the radio. Because he really think that they have a chance to be the only group with that number, lady. Because it's possible that it could go through, you know. Hopefully it's not an investigation that leads to an instant, you know, indictment and all that stuff. And that penalize them because you know they scared, lady. You know they talking about. All I can tell you, them folks at the White House ain't nothing to play with, lady. And they can play that back and see it on camera, man. They did. They was trying to do something to that. You know what I'm saying? Don't take no genes to look at that shit. You know what I'm saying? They look at that shit 10 years ago. Play that back. Let's look at that again. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of messed up, especially when you have politicians and law enforcement right there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can tell you. But Steve Harvey sure enough put some crank juice in that thing, baby. That's all he talking about. You know. But guess what, man? They might be the only group with that number, except for Lanier now. Lanier does have that number too. I graduated from Lanier. And Lanier is the same number as Omega's, but I never tell nobody that. You know what I'm saying? I can just say I'm just like you, but I wear blue, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm not just like you because I learned how you are, you know what I mean? No, I'm not like you. You know what I'm saying? Some people were telling me that the Tide was very pleased to hear me say that there was a chance they could see me wearing that every day. They was really pleased with that. That it wasn't just them, you know. They want to see why I'm not wearing that Roll Tide stuff. Got coaches jerseys, coaches polo, Alabama polos and stuff. The coaches, I got the Oxford, Alabama, all that stuff. You know, the old school Alabama with Uncle Al in that thing coming out that A. I don't even wear them no more. I said I wasn't gonna wear it because I found out what them boys did that intentionally, man. When I sit up there and listen to Pittsburgh and all them folks running their mouth and stuff, talking about this and that. Like, man, I ain't wearing that garbage no more, man. If you had something to do with it, yeah. But nevertheless, like I told them, if they did, I mean, I'm not just crazy about them doing it, but if they did, I wear it, baby. I try to tell you, I have on Roll Tide every day, goddamn. Breaking news all the way to the BBC, baby. All the way to British broadcasting. To show you how far them boys, how far they took it, like. Were they advertising it like it's something that you're supposed to do? You know, if they didn't stop that bank that they have down there at the train shed, if they didn't stop them, they would have kept going, like. You see what I'm saying? They would have never stopped, like. If Elizabeth Warren and all Richard Shelby and all them folks wouldn't have put them folks in check, like, they would have been stealing from you right now. And they probably still stealing from you, just don't know how they stealing. But if they want to stop them, ladies and gentlemen, when they stopped them, they still would have been stealing, but they still going though. I mean, they actually still doing business though, you know what I'm saying? But they just doing it differently, you know what I'm saying? But what if nobody ever checked them about that? They still be doing it the same way, you know? So you know it can happen that they can, yeah. It can happen, ladies. They can be exposed, ladies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?